not a promiscuous, like, and most men are intimidated of me because I'm a boss.
But I don't date for money, though.
But I'm saying, like, most men are intimidated of entrepreneur women that are really boss baddies. Like,
do you know how much money I'm worth?
I don't know, Kim, I know. Oh, come on, you know I know.
When you see African Americans, primarily women, African American women fighting, it brings down the value of our culture. It brings down the value of women. And
fight all day, we can argue while we in this house, but we gonna get to the bag. And all of y'all, and that's what I'm teaching these girls. Here he goes, he's putting his iPad down. Now, I like that type of put your iPad down.
Let's
so you ask, he makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
But what I'm referring to is why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
Take financials out of it.
Okay, so
what are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
There we go.
I've
nothing. Headache.
Yeah, I'm just a boss. Like, come to me if you have a business idea, if you want a show on zoos. You know, I get to light so many. You know, I was the creator of Crazy in Love with Blueface and Krishan. You know, I light shows and I put bitches on and baddies on and bad boys. I'm not her. So I know everybody's like, let's get into who she's Is she a r? Sorry, I know that's for everybody. I get it, but it's not that. I'm not a promiscuous, like, it just doesn't give that. And most men are intimidated of me because I'm a boss. Yeah.
It's not because you're a boss, it's because you're a headache. See, you give Helga G. Pataki, you give Angelica energy, so probably a lot of them guys don't even want to even sample it. They like, why would I sample this? Because it's a headache. Look at what she does on camera. Look at the drama that she brings. It's scary.
And I probably make more money. I know I make more money. And then it's like a hard pill to swallow, you know, when you're a bad bitch and she's a boss. It's a hard pill to swallow. So a lot of men be like, she probably doing what she wants. So they don't want to deal with it. Right, Cam?
I'm like, I'm
just waiting.
Cam, leave me alone.
I'm like, I doesn't like this.
All right, fine. What other questions do you want to ask? Have you ever dated a bitch that makes more money than you?
Seriously?
Like, for real. Like, that's like, I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy you. Yeah.
Do you know how much money I'm worth?
I don't know. Kim, I know. Oh, come on. You know I know.
Oh.
No, I know,
Checker.
But I mean.
Checker.
I said, have you ever dated a girl? There are girls out there that have made more money than you. Don't.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I know there is.
I just haven't dated them.
Okay.
And they probably got it through divorce, just being honest. See, this is the sad part about when women make a lot of money. It's this energy right here. Who wants to deal with that? Why do you have to try and bring that dominance of, have you ever had a chick buy you a car? You don't have guys saying that. They don't do it like that because guys know the role that they play in a woman's life. They're automatically going to be giving. But when women get money, it's a privilege now because I'm giving you money. That's why guys don't want to deal with that.
I asked. But that's all. It wasn't like.
Respectfully,
though.
But I don't date for money, though.
But I'm saying, like, most men are intimidated of entrepreneur women that are really boss baddies. Like, don't sit here and act like they're not. Guys be like, oh, hell no. No, they be scared.
Really?
Can I ask you a question from the iPad, please?
You're so annoying because you are like, stop doing this. Like, I'm asking questions and because I want you to get off your iPad and be real.
That's crazy.
This is just a guider.
Yeah, it's fake. That's called easily produced. Yeah.
This is not reality TV.
I know. But that's what they do.
This is curated TV.
I know. I like that, though. Your show is fire, though.
I know.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said I want to.
I'm trying to curate a question.
So fine, go.
All right. Well, I have your attention. Baddie shows are a lot of personalities and behavior, right? What do you really want to teach to young women, especially your daughter?
You know, I feel like women should always be okay to, like, be the breadwinners. And I feel so strongly about that it actually might make me cry right now because it comes a point when, like, everyone judges you and makes you feel like, first of all, let me take a deep breath because I don't want to get emotional.
Let's listen to this.
But I feel like it's annoying when women put other women down for being like a boss or the breadwinner. So it's important that I lead the pack to understand that even if you make more money or you're taking care of the whole family, that doesn't make you a nigga, the man, you wear the pants. No, I like to wear pants and stuff and, but.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Puerto Rican and black.
Okay.
My dad is.
Before we get into her ethnicity or whatnot, let's expound upon what she said right there. She said that it's more empowering for women to be the breadwinners. Here's the thing about it. Women have always worked along with their husbands. It doesn't matter who makes more money. We in 2025, I'm gonna be honest, guys, it's not gonna just be where you making more bacon possibly. Should you try and aspire to it, it would probably be healthy. But here's the thing about it. It's the energy that's gonna come with how the woman is gonna treat you afterwards when she start making the money. Potentially, she could be a submissive boss. It's out there possibly. But most 9 times out of 10, she's gonna come with some form of energy to where you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you there? And then she's going to project her winnings onto you because you don't have them possibly. That's where it usually fails at.
From Alabama. That's also why when I come to Atlanta, he lives an hour and a half away from Atlanta.
What part?
Jackson.
Jackson, Alabama?
Yeah, they're down there in Jackson. I just bought him a house in Jackson. I just feel like it's important that it doesn't matter who's making the money. Women can be the breadwinners. We can work. I'm a workaholic. I'm going to get to the bag. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing on my show. When I call house meetings, I'm like, y'all, we could fight all day. We could argue while we in this house, but we going to get to the bag. And all of y'all, and that's what I'm teaching these girls.
At what point, I'm sorry to cut you off, but at what point during your career where it clicked to you where this is how I need to be to make, all right.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Ratchet.
There's
rich.
a part of people, or there are some people that think that reality TV is, especially when you see African Americans, primarily women, African American women fighting. Mm-hmm. It brings down the value of our culture. It brings down the value of women. And they are not fond of it. They think it's a bad representation of women. What's your response in that narrative?
Everybody fights. Let's not, like I said, I don't judge, and I don't think people should judge baddies. These people are watching because they're relating to it, or they're living vicariously through the show. Like, women want to, they watch the show and they're like, Here's
the thing about it. Of course, everybody fights or whatnot. We all understand that, but we don't want to reinforce the bad behavior because you're going to have some of these women that's going to look up and aspire to the energy that you give and think that that's how I'm supposed to be or that's how I'm supposed to make it. And that's not the case, and that's how we don't need to do that. Guys as well, we need to be better role models for what's being seen out there so the youth can look up to something that's more aspirable. And if you don't hit that mark, you can still develop good traits to be a decent human being. But let's say you don't become a baddie or whatnot. You still got all these bad traumatic traits that's not going to be conducive for a good relationship, being a good mother, being a good coworker, or just a citizen in general.
15 million people watching Baddies every Sunday. So yeah, I feel like, I got a lot on my shoulders. I want to showcase empowerment. I want to showcase baddies doing good. You could be bad but still do good. And unfortunately, those episodes are always my lowest rated episodes.
Which ones?
When we're doing good.
It's about the money then.
Or when we're giving back. Or when we were in Africa at the orphanages and donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to these programs over there. We did that. Baddies went to Africa. We did a whole season there. Yeah. I do fight in the boardroom for us to be respected in the culture and for people to look at us in a good way. But it doesn't always outshine the bad.
It doesn't translate.
It doesn't.
To
yes, it just doesn't.
Well.
But then when we fight, it's like, y'all know why they fighting, and the people at home are like, yeah, they relate to it because let's not we're not about to sit up here and act like you've never been in a fight or that person's ever, stop.
Oh, for sure.
So they can relate to it at the same time.
Yeah.
15 million people would not be watching every Sunday if this wasn't a relatable thing. So I agree to disagree at the same time.
When did
I don't think it's relatable. I think people just enjoy drama.
and I was asking the question, but I slipped my mind. But when did you realize you had to be a certain type of way for you to perform through going viral or having these moments?
No, I'm always gonna be me. I don't wanna go viral. First of all, I hate when I'm on the blogs. I hate when it's things that, yes, I don't, what do you mean? Bro, did I get paid off that? I'm about my money. I'm about my bag. I want respect. I don't want to be looked at as like, first of all, 15 million people watching my show, then you better have $15 million sitting in. Like, I just am very different. So all my baddies, when they're with me, which is a lot of the time out of the year, they're learning from me. I'm not the oldest one in the room, but I am the most successful, and I am the most booked, worked, whatever. I make the most money for sure. But the point is like a little bit of a balance, and I do feel like America, or you asking that question isn't wrong. Like, oh, this doesn't look good. Black women fighting on TV, but we fight in real life. No one's perfect, and we all have issues. So
I actually wanted to pause this on her. I'm gonna just be honest because I need to get some clarity. I believe Natalie. This is who she really is. She was a young Crimson Chin back in the day, causing all type of chaos and mischief in the fighting baddie world. To now, she's a more advanced Crimson Chin, archetype. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chin ain't changed. She's gotten older, but see, these characteristics don't age well, which is why he's speaking on the youth, because you get to this age, yes, you have more money now, but this isn't the characteristics that needs to be teaching the youth, because guess what? We just gonna produce more degenerates in society. And guess what? This archetype isn't for everybody. You happen to make it in this world of media and streaming, but that might not be the next playing field for the next generation to win off of. It might be only one of hers or a couple to where you done produce so much bad characteristics out there.
Is women empowerment fake?
No. If you watch the show, I fight for us to do things. We went to a college this season. The next episode, I'm at Virginia State University, and I sent the private jet to pick the baddies up in New York and bring them there with me. I was already there. They missed their flight. They missed their slot to take off because half the girls didn't have their IDs. Lesson learned. Now, none of y'all made money. And the money I made from Virginia State, I always give it back to the colleges. That's 3 times I've been booked with the colleges. Just give the money back to the school. But I didn't give them money that I was gonna pay them to come. How do y'all not have y'all ID? I'm trying to teach these girls at the same time. I'm taking girls. I am casting girls that have never had a passport, been out the country, never changed their lives completely. I'm not picking and casting girls to come on baddies that are like influencers, I'm a model. Man, I got a girl on my show right now, Summer, ain't nothing I'm from 8 Mile, I'm from the mile, and this girl went to Africa, she's been London, she all over the world, she like, I ain't never been. I got a girl from Dolly, y'all know Dolly?
You better off getting influencers, because at least they in that world. Now you grabbing these girls who don't even belong in that world. Don't get me wrong, they probably degenerates or whatnot, but it still boils down to what's being put on the forefront to what everybody is going to be learning from, or at least the women watching it, they're going to be learning and saying that, oh, it's okay for me to do this. It's okay for me to act like this. You don't have a lot of shows out there showing where guys could be degenerates and just getting away with it. You notice a lot of the guy shows is gonna be like First 48 or criminal shows showing like if you are a criminal or whatnot, you gonna get repercussions for it. That's the shows that's reinforcing for guys is like don't mess up. But for them it's mess up. It's okay. That's crazy as hell.
She's from Mississippi. I took 1 weekend out of my year to go to one baddie birthday. I always put this on my calendar. I went to Mississippi. That bitch was eating chitlins, pig feet. For her birthday, I said, oh, hell no. He's the star, and he makes a lot of money. And, but I'm still popping her shit. So you know what she said online the other day? She's like, I don't know who this guy is. She did a TikTok. She's like, I don't know who this nigga is, but he and my like she just does TikTok. She's like cute, and she's young. They're like 25 years old. They're
cute or like?
No, she's a cute girl.
Oh, okay.
She's a sweet girl, cute, but she and will read your clocking it and nigga fuck you and all that like. Yeah, why not? When he pops off or like some, you know, she's that type of girl. But she's a cute little Spanish girl from the Bronx. Here he goes, he's putting his iPad down. Now, I like that type of put your iPad down.
Let's
so you asked a question.
Yeah.
He makes more money than her for sure. She don't give a They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
But what I'm referring to is it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
No, you said that.
No.
You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. Yeah. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss. And so he makes, what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that shit.
Okay, but take financials out of it.
Okay, so what?
What are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
There we go.
I've
nothing. Headache, pain.
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So if he wants, respectfully, I don't watch Major League Baseball, but if he wants to be like with a young, successful baddie that is an it girl, that's what she's bringing to the table because she's definitely her follower, everything. She's more popping. So I don't know. Sometimes like I'm a little bit older. I don't really care about social media and followers and all that.
You have to because you just said that's what she brings to the table. See, this is the newer age in that world of dating to where clout matters. When dating is more of about survival and procreation of family, keeping a family unit strong, trying to create wealth in a healthy manner, clout or whatnot. Man, that's weird as hell. Like, I'm a private person. I'm not trying to like date somebody based on clout. That's strange. But women, though, they look at that as a benefit or a plus, which is why they go after guys who have certain amounts of followers and weird things like that because that's exciting for them. But that's probably not what's best for them. But
the younger people do. You know that. So maybe she brings more like to the table, like for social media and like popularity or whatever.
But you're not answering my question.
Nope. No, you just asked. What?
No, I'm gonna guide you.
I don't know. Don't guide me. Oh my God.
You need it.
I'm trying to get to an answer.
Right. I don't know. Baddies bring
you need guidance.
A lot to the table.
Can you name something?
Great mothers.
Okay, talk about it.
I put $1 million swimming pool in my backyard because my daughter said she wants to swim. So I put a pool. It cost me $909. It was like $1 million. I put them. Great moms.
Yes.
Good people. Giving. I'm the biggest giver. A baddie is gonna give. We're gonna give to the community. I pass out turkeys every year for people that are not in fortunate situations like the rest of us that are eating Thanksgivings and having. We just did a toy drive. So I really wanted Journey my daughter and Jacob to come here this weekend so that she could see my music video because she loves the song. I just found that out. I was like, how does she know the song? But she went to a toy drive because the Sacramento Kings and I have a relationship and we set up a whole toy drive with the Kings, my husband, and my daughter. I don't post these things because this is not something that I feel really correlates with like my brand. It's just
this woman think that giving turkeys and toys away is gonna compensate for all the evil and wicked shit that she done did throughout her all her Crimson Chin years. I trust me, I've been seeing this woman for a long time. The toys and turkeys ain't gonna compensate for all the wicked stuff.
My real life. So there's definitely separations from real life and Natalie Nunn. So they did a toy drive. I asked Jacob, I said, how many people do you think we gave back to? He's like, 250 kids got toys. And like, even if it was one, I'm for the kids. I'm for, I spent money and I want everyone to just, I don't post this stuff because it's like, she's just posting to try to do PR work. I don't have to do PR work, baby. I'm good. But that's why Journey wasn't here. And then you said you wanted Jacob. He's not here because they were at a toy drive on Saturday. So that's it. Like, you said, what do baddies do? That's what we do.
Outside of yourself.
Yeah.
There we go.
What else do baddies do?
Can we remove you from this discussion?
Fine.
I just want you to speak on behalf of the baddies that you come in contact with.
Yeah. They're doing for their communities.
Oh my God.
Why would it be advantageous for a man to take serious a baddie?
Because they're smart. They're doing their job. And at the end of the day,
one thing that I have seen, I'm not sorry to cut you off. It's a lot of strong.
Yeah, why do you guys want to do that? Like, it's aggressive. She wears the pants. She's a nigga. Like, that's so rude.
It's not about that.
It's rude. It's like, actually, I really don't like that. It actually makes me feel like, so what do you want me to do? Just cook, clean? I don't wash clothes.
I don't want you to fight.
I'm not, well, fine. Then
there
just
you
say,
go.
Babe, I don't want you to fight. Hey, Nat, don't fight.
You keep making it
cute.
You keep
I'm just saying, or hey, baddies, maybe we can talk about this. Or maybe, but it's like annoying when like men be like, cause nigga, you fight. Like we just seen you beat up a whole mascot. Like don't do that.
Men don't fight like that. That's the problem, man. I don't know why we think that guys are just fighting constantly. Most of the time, guys really avoid a lot of the situations because we know how difficult or how hectic it can get. What she's promoting is women jumping off the deep end to fight maybe people that's way bigger or stronger than them. That's crazy. A guy knows if he's about to go up against somebody that's like out of his league, he go, oh, damn. You probably don't want to pick that battle. But you going to tell women to go slap guys that are 6'7" and 6'8" or whatnot and be aggressive and nasty and chaotic with all men. That is horrible advice.
Like, it just be like, damn, like, times be getting to the point where, like, bitch, I might have to swing, but I still have more self-control. But maybe my baddies don't, and they gonna learn. They're young, and there's a lot of lessons in life. Everybody's learning lessons daily. Yeah. Like, I learned a lot with you today.
Really?
Yeah.
How great of a guy I am?
All these football players. Let me get on my Instagram and tell them about you.
Talk to me about the dynamic. Talk to me about the dynamic with you and the Zeus CEO.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna leave it right there because I don't want to get too deep into the Zeus stuff like that. It's just crazy how the accountability is not there. It's lacking. She deflected like a master of the kung fu arts. Like deflection was on 10. Because she never answered a question legit, whether he mentioned about the influence on young black women being impressionable, what a baddie brings to a guy's life. She never answered that at all because you don't bring anything. It's a headache. You're going to have to possibly take care of a headache. Most men are okay with taking care of women, but it's the headache part that I got to take care of now, the spoiled, entitled behavior. What are you doing for me and the family? How are you making my life better or whatnot, you know? And for some guys, they might say it's peace. They might say it's fun. Maybe she might bring other women into the situation. I don't know. But the thing about it is the type of energy that she promotes, this whole baddie energy or whatnot, that's going to be a headache for most guys. I don't think most guys want to deal with that. Now, is it having a ride or die chick? Cool. I think any guy would love a chick to be a ride or die, hold him down or whatnot. In situations, she's there with you until the end or whatnot. Any guy would love that. But I think ultimately what guys still appreciate is going to be submission. Submission and not being a headache. Everything she listed, it still sounds like a headache because here's the thing about it. Her being on baddies, her big grown ass, which I don't know if she's really owning like that. I know she's the owner now, but even from how she was, the energy that showed on the show, you best believe it's going to be shown in your day-to-day in real life. You cannot separate the two. You just can't. You gon' snap off eventually to your guy who tells you you can't do this, or he maybe gets a little loud with you. Who you talking to? Who you? Now you getting undressed like you on a scene now, and this is scary, man. I would not want to deal with a female like this, man. I think most girls like this are gonna be sex, and I think you know what? A lot of these girls probably ain't even getting busted down like we think they are, because I think a lot of guys are rejecting them. At least the smart ones are, because they know that you ain't that attractive, just being honest. Like, what's really the point? If it ain't going to be physical, So is it just clout and energy? And now you give off, I'm gonna expose you energy for some of these celebrity guys. So the weird things he might do, or he's just in his bed, you taking pictures of him. Now you got dirt on him, and now I'm getting exposed by a chick that acts like this, who already values money and clout. That's scary. I think these girls ain't even getting busted like we think they are. They doing all this baddie stuff and they round popping, but the guys, they probably hitting maybe one guy that's dealing with the headache. All the rest are rejecting and avoiding it, because yes, guys do want boss. She mentioned that earlier, that guys are somewhat thirsty or whatnot. We know it to be true, but at the same time, as the totem pole goes up, guys become more selective because they understand the risk that is involved when it comes down to dating. If you are a rich, affluent guy, you know that you probably shouldn't be messing with certain types of women because it's gonna mess up your bag. We all know that to be true. So I think it's a misconception that we think a lot of these guys at the top are all busting down a whole bunch of chicks. Yes, they have the opportunities to, but at the same time, they have to be very careful too, because as quick as they can get it, the quick as everything can fall at the same time. It's usually the guys who ain't got nothing, who got more time on their hands, who can, sleep around and mess around with a whole bunch of different women, because they don't really bring nothing to the table anyway, or to the market for is like trying to create families. They just giving dick energy. So yes, they just got more time on their hands to do all the wooing, the pursuing, all that energy. The guys up top, they don't, it's less of that. But I think this is just telling right here. I've already been watching Natalie Nunn for a while. Like I said, I've seen this woman throughout my years. My wife used to watch stuff like that back in the day in her 20s or whatnot. So I was very familiar. And I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, we would watch it as entertainment together. I'm not going to lie. We watch the Bad Girls Club. I think that's what it was called. We watched her on there. And we're like, man, this girl crazy. I used to always call her Crimson Chin because that chin was sharp. Now you a thicked out Crimson Chin. And it becomes, you just look, this stuff don't age well. I'm just being honest. Y'all got to be okay with growing into your older self, being okay with becoming your older self, and okay with the change. I don't have to be lame or whatever we would consider lame as I get older. I can still have swagger, but have a more mature presence about myself, that way I have some form of wisdom, or I've learned certain things that's just more conducive for a better human being as I get older and as I age. But some of these, I don't just say women, there are guys out there that act like this too, but you have some people, they just never have a sense of growing up. And granted, you have money, but money is still not the end all be all if the characteristics are jacked. But if it's all about the money, this is going to be the archetype that's going to be out there. But she made it in her lane. But guess what? You might want to adopt these traits. You might not make it in your own lane. So you got to be very careful as the life you want to live. And know you bet you're going to have to go through it with some trauma and some pain possibly. So that's all I have for this, man. Cam Newton, shout out. He should have gave her a little more pushback. I understand this is the interview. And for him, this is all about the optics. So, of course, he can't press her too hard. And she's a married woman, so he really can't press her as hard as he wants to. But he should have definitely drove it home a little bit harder just for the people. But I'm glad he at least asked the right questions to make her say what needs to be said, and she never said them. So that's an L on her. Make sure, we still on vacation vibes. It's soon coming to an end. Y'all will probably see me back in my own studio at the house sometime next week or whatnot. And we just enjoying it out here, man. Like I said, beach vibes, which I'm in Myrtle Beach. This is a thing we do every Christmas. It's been, I don't know, we just love going to the beach in the winter, you feel me? But you know what's funny? It hasn't been super cold out here. It has been, like, the previous years have been colder, but this year has actually been getting a little warmer. So it's been like 70. So you actually been able to go on the beach. And you could possibly have your shirt off if you're okay with the temps around that temperature. But the sun is out, as y'all can see. I got the windows open, so you can kind of see the sun beaming through. I'm trying to get the camera lighting with the ring light just right, so the back might be a little bright. My apologies or whatnot. But this is the vacation setup, and the grind will never stop. We got a rolling 26, continuously grinding. Watch things in your life that makes you want to keep going hard, whatever it is in your life. You know, I'm about to get back on my gym and fitness tip. I went to the health store down here and I bought some dope sea moss. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and piece that in here for y'all right now. Yeah, for me, it's definitely, you know, I want to definitely focus on making money because I have a family. It's things I want for my family, growth, the whole nine. But health is wealth as well. So I got the sea moss biters. Hope y'all can see that right there. The biters, this one is a little bit stronger for just gut and health, gut and digestion health. Then I got like regular sea moss. I have another one as well. I just didn't want to grab it because it's inside a wrapper to keep it cool. And I just put it in the fridge, but I'm gonna be taking it back with me. So I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm not gonna open it. This one is a better tasting one. The other one I'm pretty sure is gonna be lit. But stuff is good for you with the vitamins and minerals. I have other supplements that I bought as well, just for men in general. Tonkat Ali and a few other combinations for blood flow enhancement. Male improvement for like libido, drive, energy, the whole nine. But I'm definitely about to get back on the working out tip. And like I said, it's something that we need to focus on in our lives. It's beneficial for us as guys to just stay driven, stay focused, and like moderation. You feel me? Even with the sex and everything. I'm married, but still with sex, I still want to keep myself in a good, healthy balance of sex balance, because you find yourself overindulging in it. And it's still a problem, even as a married guy. I know that sounds crazy, like, dang, you married and because you still got to have some form of control to where you're not being extra tired. I still don't think people be busting nuts all day, every day long. It's still a balance with it. And it's something I want to, preach upon more. If y'all made it this far, let me know if you even like this type of content, because I want to dive into this maybe on my other channel where I start talking about more healthy tips. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all like the video. Comment below. This is JayBReacts, y'all. Until next time, peace.